What? Thanks, resub Eduardo, Tricky, Mully, and Danny. Man beats neighbor to death with bag full of Pokemon cards. That had to be like 50,000 cards for it to even be heavy enough for something like that. Unless you like sat there for 20 hours just pulverizing him with like a single booster box. After demanding his neighbor come out here and fight like a man, Hogue hit him numerous times with a bag filled with 5 tins of Pokemon cards, leaving the victim lifeless. Holy shit. He mauled him like Rocket Raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy. He would later admit to officers that he got carried away during the attack and murdered him in cold blood. He also claimed that he tried to end his life in an act of mercy because he had already seriously injured Wilkinson by hitting him with a bag of Pokemon cards. This is an unhinged story. This actually sounds made up. You said Pigeon, Shooter, Curb, Toland, Skinny, Purwin, and the Bits Cuvante. And the Prime Bunity, Giovito, and the Gifts of Abigantimos. Judge Sarah Wright sentenced him to life in prison for a minimum of 17 years and recommended he be readmitted to Rampton Secure Hospital. The judge also warned about self-medicating with marijuana and alcohol. I mean, with a psychotic disorder, yeah, he probably needed something a little more powerful than a bottle of Jack Daniels and some fucking Scottish cheese. Or, not Scottish cheese, what was it called? Danky Wanky cheese? The one from Weed Shop 3, what was that strain called? Stupid cheese? You know what I'm talking about? What was that one called? That was like top of the line stuff. Oh my god, chat doesn't remember. No, it wasn't Wacky Tobacco. That's just like a normal name for it. What was that one called in Weed Shop? Like when you type in Weed Shop 3 cheese, the first thing that comes up is me playing Weed Shop. It was just called UK Cheese? No way, it definitely had a wackier name than that. Oh my god, wait, no, you're right. I must have crossed a bunch of strains in my head there. You're right. The Prime Simon and resub Crease Action Chalky Movie Idiot Doob Danny Gangster and the Prime Maleficent. Oh, super sweet, Jay, and I'm really sorry to hear about that. That's awful. There's the resub J Pink. This case is a stark reminder of the dangers of cannabis use, particularly with someone with such complex mental health history as yours. Who was the judge on this? Scrub McGruff? Like, what? This has nothing to do with cannabis use. This guy actually has a psychotic disorder and murdered his neighbor in cold blood with Pokemon cards. That has nothing to do with weed. In fact, on the day of the murder, I guarantee he didn't smoke. There's a tier 1 Lunative in the resub. Nifty in the Prime Jammo. What's that, Jack? I don't know what you're referring to with that album. Thanks, resub Dolly. And tier 1 Mari. Oh, I forgot about this. Last year, a man was killed by police after allegedly stealing Pokemon cards and pizza from a Target. Yeah, Pokemon. The bodies are piling up with Pokemon right now. But yeah, this is probably correct. It's probably the first time the Pokemon cards have been used as a murder weapon. I don't think Gambit's gotten his hands on Pokemon cards to take out any criminals or anything. So this is probably the first time the cards themselves have been a weapon. Weird ass case. Yeah. Well, at least he's facing life in prison, so. I mean, he fucking murdered a man over nothing. Over literally nothing. It is wild how often this is happening. This apparently happened in